How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great video here on the Majestic Savior Show. That's right, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, go down below and subscribe for some fresh and original content. That's a laugh, isn't it? Original content on YouTube? You gotta be joking, Savior. But hey, I'm not joking around, okay? So go join the channel, subscribe, and that would mean so much to me. You have no idea. Join this growing community today where we expose the establishment, and check out the electronic synth music that I make on Spotify. I'm sure you will like it. It's not like other electronic music. Here we are, another Marvel movie. Aren't you excited? Because I'm so excited. Can't you tell by the sound of my voice? I just love Marvel so much. So this is Thor, Love and Thunder, okay? And it's the new movie coming out very, very soon. And I just want to talk about it just before it releases. I'm not going to watch this. I'm not going to pretend that I'm going to watch this. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to be like these Marvel fanboys or the shill reviewers or these corrupt outlets, journalistic outlets that of course have just been completely paid off. Of course we can't trust mainstream media anymore and these big publishers and outlets because of course they're going to give anything like this that is, pushed by the establishment 10 out of 10. It doesn't matter if this is complete predictable schlock because that's what the establishment wants, okay? Thor Love and Thunder is going to be absolutely brimming with the agenda, the message. That's right, you can guarantee that. So it doesn't matter if it's going to be predictable schlock. I'm sure all of these massive publishers and journalists will give it 10 out of 10. So never you mind. Now I might be wrong, this might actually be a good movie, okay? A good Marvel movie, maybe it's gonna be like Guardians of the Galaxy, but let's be honest, okay? Marvel in recent years have become so predictable and it's just like the most shallow and mindless entertainment that you can get. And it's just, it's just terrible. I mean, all of these superheroes now are basically dying off to make way for the next generation of the strong and independent women. Now, let's remember, it's 2022, and we can't have our old heroes and characters that maybe you have cared about for a long time. Maybe you're a die-hard Marvel fan, and you've grown to love these characters. But now, we're making way for the new generation. Who needs Thor when we have a stronger, better replacement for Thor who is a woman? Who needs Hulk anymore when we can have She-Hulk who can control her emotions? Because isn't that what Hulk is all about? I'm trying not to give you a biased opinion because this might be a good movie, but most Marvel movies are complete shit, okay? There are a few good nuggets of Marvel movies, but the majority of them are shallow roller coasters filled with CGI, predictable storylines, massive plot holes that don't make any sense, sloppy writing, generic, boring cinematography, and a lack of creative ideas, okay? That is Marvel summarized. And now it's even worse because we have this forced agenda in all of our Marvel movies. I mean, if you go back and watch the original Spider-Man, of course, it didn't care about that stuff. It was just focused on telling you a good superhero story, but now, it's like coming out of a factory. All of these Marvel movies are being mass-produced, and they all have little side characters that are going to replace the main character because of the 2022 agenda and this progressive wokeism that is completely destroying the West, dividing people into tribal categories and group mentality thinking, which is destroying our culture, and you shouldn't take part in any of that identity warfare. But when corporations make it their business to completely destroy creative ideas and make it all about an agenda and pushing this type of bullshit in our movies, no doubt this is going to be filled with product placement. In fact, I've already seen Fortnite is going to be in this movie. And also, guess what? The new villain is Voldemort. Whoa, I didn't expect Voldemort to come back. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what this movie is and why I think Thor Love and Thunder sucks. Why I think Thor Love and Thunder is bad and this movie is going to be a complete flop. So if you don't know the story of Thor, and let's be honest, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, because, I mean, his standalone movies are terrible, just like most of the Marvel standalone movies. The Avengers, I can understand why people like that to some degree. I don't, but I can understand the appeal in it, and I do like Guardians of the Galaxy and Spider-Man and stuff like that. That's not bad. But anyway, I digress. Pretty much, Thor Love and Thunder follows Thor, the god of thunder, and his journey of self-development, which is a pretty strange idea considering this god has been alive for a very long time, and we've already seen his character development in the previous two movies. It's regressing because we have to give him that Thor Love and Thunder arc, okay? Funny how these studios always find a way to demasculate these male characters and find carbon copies to replace them, except of course they are women instead. Why not create new original characters instead of just copying the same character and just making it a female version? Doesn't that kind of take away the idea of empowerment? But I guess the whole point is because these female versions are supposed to be a lot better, a lot smarter, a lot stronger. And you know, I don't have a problem with female characters or strong female characters if the character has good writing and it's actually done with some intelligence. It can be a good and interesting thing to watch. But the problem is they did the same thing with Ghostbusters and James Bond. You know, it's this recurring theme of basically, you know, we are better and we are stronger and we have to fight the patriarchy. That's kind of the underlining message of these modern day movies, destroying role models and dividing the sexes. I mean, I just don't understand what people get from Marvel, because to me it's just sloppy. You know, the humor is usually super forced and it's not funny. When it does try and have serious moments, they just fall completely flat on its face, because most of the time it feels like you're watching just a bombastic comedy, you know, from the imagination of a 4-year-old. I just don't understand the appeal of Marvel. I guess it's because we've become infantilized as little man babies and children who like to watch this spectacle of Hollywood junkies pumping up on steroids and, you know, having this agenda forced down our throats, with a lot of people not even realizing that it's happening, and that's the most scary thing. Thor Love and Thunder sucks, and I'm pretty sure Thor Love and Thunder is bad and is going to be bad, and I'm calling it now because I'm sure this new character, the female version of Thor, is just going to be absolutely cringeworthy. You know, they've pumped her full of CGI steroids, which is quite funny, and I'm sure she's just gonna absolutely demolish Thor in everything that he tries to do. He's gonna have some kind of reflection arc where he realizes his worth as a god, as a person, and then Voldemort, Gore the God Butcher, try and defeat him. But of course it's a generic superhero movie, so of course we're never gonna see something interesting where maybe the villain actually wins. I guess we kind of came close with Thanos, but not really, because then they would lose a lot of profit, wouldn't they? Gore the God Butcher was born on a planet with no name, almost every day on the brink of starvation. He was taught to trust in the gods, but they never answered his prayers. At an early age, his mother and father died, leaving Gore to fend for himself in a harsh environment. Years later, he married and fathered some children. However, most of them died. Gore's pregnant mate, Ara, was killed during the earthquake, and one by one his children perished until he was the only one left, with one son, Agar. That's the new villain of this movie, and of course they can't make it too complicated because it's Marvel and it's you know, for dum-dums. I'm sorry. I'm sure I'm gonna trigger a lot of people, maybe. I really don't care. I find it hilarious how people get so attached to entertainment and media when these massive studios and corporations are literally giving you brainwashing content that is absolute trash. And you should really have better standards, in all honesty. If this is the highest peak of entertainment, this is the top grossing thing, then we are in danger, because it would be fine if it was just a harmless superhero movie, you know, promoting the idea of bravery and, you know, giving your life to something bigger. That's something that we should promote. Now superhero movies have become co-opted by a disgusting agenda, and it used to be Marvel movies could actually make you feel something. But nowadays it's about focusing on the current trend. It's more obvious than ever with Wonder Woman and now this and She-Hulk and all of this stuff. You know, I haven't got a problem, like I said, with strong female characters, but when they come and try and demolish a previous character who is a male, you know, that does it does say something about our current times. and I just feel like this is going to be generic. The villain here does look semi-interesting. I personally like something with a bit more practical effects. If you want to see a good movie with a strong male character, which actually focuses on Vikings and its mythology, go watch The Northman, because hey, that's actually a good movie. Savior, you're just a hater. Thor Love and Thunder is bad. No, 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 Savior. You're bad. Your content sucks, okay? You can like what you like. I don't have a problem against you if you do like this, and for people with a brain, thank God, I respect you, and please just join the channel. It's the same thing as TikTok and all of this mindless entertainment, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and all of this shit. It's just lowering the consumer standards, and it's also just turning our brains into jelly. So I just don't like it for those reasons. Let me know your opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is going to be a great movie. I hope I'm actually wrong. I actually hope this is a good Marvel movie, funny enough. I don't want to hate everything, but let's see what happens. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, and remember, Harry Potter, the boy who lived to die.